So I hope I'm wrong on this, but if you've been following TikTok and been hearing about like a port strike, along the East Coast or the West Coast, or like the shipping ports are going to go on strike, and then groceries are going to be unavailable. I come from a union background, but I'm just going to say something, man, and I hope I'm wrong. But if that happens, and like just like in the 70s when food rotted inside these ships and no one could get it out because it's a union-based job setting and they won't let anybody go in there and get the stuff anyway and deliver it because of contractual language and contract updates or negotiations are not being made. This is not a day and age for you to try to pull that kind of card out. I think you're going to have a riot and people going up in there and the law taking over and doing like some kind of martial law and actually pushing the unions out the way by whatever legal force they have, both literally or figuratively. And then unions now are going to be a discussion on the chopping block because of how bad that makes it look from you guys holding goods from the entire world if that ever does happen, or the country, and we go into shit because of it. Not saying that I disagree with the negotiations and union contracts and getting what you deserve, but that's may backfire on you.
Guys, we are so cooked because on October 1st, 45,000 port workers are about to go on strike, and that's terrible news for us. And just to give you an idea on how big this could be, this is the largest port on the East Coast, and they're prepping for what could be the first union strike since 1977. And if these port workers do indeed go on strike, we're only going to have food that's going to last us for 131 days. That is it. And we're talking about the whole country that's going to have food for 131 days. Not only will food not last, there's going to be a huge uptick in inflation because of the supply chain. Now, keep in mind, this is not until October 1st, so we still do have time. But if nothing is done by then, we are cooked. And if you think it gets bad right when October 1st happens and there's no new deal that comes out, what do you think will happen if Thanksgiving comes around the corner, and especially Christmas? This whole country will get totally screwed. So I really hope they get a new deal done and fast, because if not, there's going to be a lot of angry people in this country. But what do you guys think of this? Do you think a new deal will be reached in time or not? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, make sure to share this with friends and give me a follow.
Listen, if in the next 7 days the union does not sign a contract deal with the port workers, 45,000 port workers are gonna go on strike beginning September the 30th. This will shut down 13 ports stretching all the way from Maine to Texas. These ports handle about 50% of Americans' imports. They process $2.7 billion worth of freight every day. $2.7 billion a day. If these port workers go on strike, this will be detrimental to our society. We couldn't last more than 10 days without these 13 ports running. Because right now, the ports are in their heaviest time of the year. Currently, we are getting in all of the holiday freight from overseas, mostly from China. So if the ports shut down for 10 days or longer, the backup is going to be monumental. I hope you're all paying attention and you're doing what you need to do to make sure that you have supplies in case this actually happens. Because the retailers, they're preparing themselves. You better be prepared too.